Rori o hone re hararuia ki whao ngā mano. E te matua tama, wairua tapu me ngā ana hera pono e te tokotora tapu. Ia tatu mai ana ka te ki wāinga nui e tēnei whakamomiti o mātai. E tatare e ngā kupu katoa. E whakapurikina ne e mātai e roto e te koutou kororetanga. Ko kei tenei hoki te tīmatanga me te whakaotinga. Mai o mātou e tumarako atu nei e roto e te koutou kororetanga. Ko te māngana hei tautoko mai, ai nei aka nei, ai. Tango e te tāpai mea tari pena tā. E te morihu. E whakai ana rā tāta ki te tāpai atu e a tātou he katoa. E tātou ware ki kia tuhuna atu ki te ahe ki o pungarihu atu nei. Ai ni pena tā, ka noho ana tātou e runga tanaka ni pena tā. Kia whānau Hawaii e roto i te wairua nei. Ai e te matua tama wairua tapa me ngā ana hera pono. Ko runga e hui nei koutou e te mātou reo tāpari pena tā. No reiro e te kai e ki o hoa atua mātou whakamoimiti. Kia koutou warawara me koutou manakitanga. E whiwhi nei mātou mo i ngā rā ki muri tano mai ki tēnei rā. Ka inoi ata nei mātou. Kia whakauingia mai te koutou arohano. Kia runga ki a mātou mo i ngā wākatoa. E ko te māngana hei tautoko mai. Ai nei ake nei. Ai. A tēnei te mihi kia koutou nā whānau. O nai tuahuriri, mea rāpaki. Renga mea katoa. Nā mahara mai. Ki te whakatūwhera. O te whare o Botanic Gardens. E nā mahara mai. Lianne Dalziel. Members of Council. Nā mahara mai. Nō reira tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou. A kia ora tātai katoa. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, a kia ora tātai katoa. I'd like to now hand over to Ross.
Ina mana, ina ma, ina reo, ina karanga maha, tēnā koutou, katoa. Ina rangatera o ngā tuahiri, mi ngā tahu, whānau, tēnā koutou. Ina rangatera o te kānahera o ta hatahi, tēnā koutou. Ko āraki, te maunga, ko waimakareri ki awa, ko tā iwi. Ke te kanaheri o ta tahi ahau I mai, I ana. Ko Ross Campbell, ahau, no reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, katoa. On behalf of Mana Whenua, who put this project together, I welcome you all. And I'd like to invite Lianne Dalziel.
E nā mana, e nā reo, e nā iwi, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa. May I thank Ngā Tuhurere for the welcome. It's very important and very powerful, especially on an occasion such as this, to have the warmth of the greeting offered to us all here today. May I acknowledge the many special guests who have gathered here today. I'd like to acknowledge my former parliamentary colleague, the Honourable Nicky Wagner. I'd actually like to acknowledge the Chief Executive of the Christchurch City Council, the acting Chief Executive at this stage, Jane Parfitt. It's really good that you've joined us. You've been participating in all of the different events that we've had today with our special visit, and it's just great that you've managed to still come here today to join in this celebration. Can I acknowledge fellow Mayor Kelvin Coe from the district of Selwyn. Welcome across the border into the city. This very much belongs to the district, to the region of Canterbury, so you are most welcome here today. May I acknowledge all of my city councillors who are here. There are so many. I know that I'm going to leave some out. So Councillor Yanni Johansson, my longest serving councillor. I always say he's the second youngest, but the longest serving. And also Paul Lonsdale, David East, Glenn Livingston, and I've seen Deputy Mayor Vicky Buck come as well. So I hope I haven't... Andrew Turner is there as well from Banks Peninsula. And can I acknowledge the community board members? This is always high risk as well. I might have missed some, so I can see Sarah Templeton, Alexandra Davis, Helen Broughton. Have I got everyone? Good. Excellent. And can I just welcome all of you here and thank you for participating today. Can I acknowledge Jeremy Hawker, team leader from Garden and Heritage Parks, John Clemens, curator of the Christchurch Botanic Gardens, Linda Burns, team leader Visitor Services, the project manager Ian Davidson, Jennifer Dray and the Capital Program Group, Andrew Patterson from the architects, the contractors and the subcontractors, and all the staff, both from the Botanic Gardens and across the organisation, who've worked tirelessly to get this visitor centre to this point. It has been very much a one-team effort, and I congratulate you and thank you for the work that you have done for us all. May I also, and I've completely overlooked, and I'm looking straight at Mr. Lee and forgetting him as well, so I do apologise for that. So can I also acknowledge the Friends of the Botanic Gardens and the Botanical Arts Society for their ongoing support. And it was absolutely great to be here just 4 hours ago and have the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge formally open this magnificent visitor centre. What a wonderful opportunity this has been with international media focusing their attention on our city, but most importantly on our magnificent Botanic Gardens and our now new magnificent visitor centre. And I think that this is about broadcasting a very positive and powerful message to the rest of the world about what is happening here in our city today. I'm told that after the first day of the royal tour, there were reports that the number of inquiries from British residents about trips to New Zealand had more than doubled. So I'm sure that this place will be amongst those places sought out when visitors do start arriving. As the Botanic Gardens are a jewel in the crown of our city, this visitor centre of its own self has added some additional sparkle. But what makes today really special is that this is the first new council facility to be constructed and completed since the earthquakes, and that makes it an extremely important milestone in the rebuild of our city. It has been a long time in the making. I think Yanni will remind me of this. The council actually signed it off in 2004, so it has been a long time coming. But what really pleased me and what I wanted to acknowledge today was the courage of the council as it then was to go ahead with the rebuild plans even after the earthquakes. And I thought that did take courage, because sometimes people might say, you know, you've got to get your priorities right. This was a priority for our city, and it is very important that that council made that decision, and I congratulate them on all of our behalves. What really pleased me about it was that this enabled this centre to the completion of the centre to coincide with the end of the Botanic Gardens' 150th anniversary year, a fitting tribute to this enormous asset. The gardens have always been a destination. I heard Jeremy say today that there are some 1.2 million visitors to the gardens each year. I think he dared to suggest that Kew Gardens, I think it was, only gets 700,000 visitors a year. So obviously we've done remarkably well in that regard. But that's certainly what I heard him telling the Prince, so it must be true. But this centre, I guess, with its gift shop, its exhibition space and by Mayor Cafe, will become a destination in its own right in the city, and a great starting point for exploring the delights of the surrounding grounds. The impetus for this building, though, was as much about providing staff with appropriate facilities as providing a visitor centre. And one of the reasons that I believe that you will see why this design is going to be so successful is the seamless cohesion between the public spaces and the working spaces. And I've already spoken to some of the staff today, and they tell me they are going to really enjoy working in this place. These facilities are certainly a far cry from the original building, with separate staff rooms for men and women, and where wire was put over the chimney to keep the possums out. But such is the relationship staff have with the gardens, which is so much more than just a place of work, I have to say. I'm told that some staff members have kept a brick from the old building, so I'm not sure if that's one of those legends, but it sounds good to me. Look, with this place, I think visitors are going to truly feel that they're inside the inner workings of the Botanic Gardens, as the cafe is nestled very close to the plant nursery where the Prince and the Duchess went today. Here, plants are grown in preparation for use in the conservatories, external botanical displays and within the gardens, and will be in full view for the first time, providing inspiration for young and older generations alike. The community will have a place in which to truly engage with Botanic Garden staff and learn more about Canterbury's unique flora. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm just going to reassure you that this place, with its friendly staff, with the Garden City exhibition, with the gift shop, with the herbarium, the reference library, a multi-purpose function area, this is an amazingly fantastic asset for our city of Christchurch, and it has been an absolute delight to see it opened here today. So on that note, I'd like to invite Andrew Patterson to speak. He is, of course, the architect. He is one of New Zealand's most internationally known architects. His firm, Patterson Associates, has been described is helping to shape the future of architecture, and I think you're all going to join me in understanding why when you get to see inside. Thank you.
Timara, Huia, Ota o Waihara. I'm honoured and pleased to have been the architect for this project for the first civic building since the earthquakes, and I thank and compliment the Christchurch City Council for their foresight and vision to pursue this project. I've been asked to give you a couple of salient facts about the building. I don't know if you know, but the building was commissioned as a result of a design competition between quite a few of the New Zealand firms. Our design was quite different from everybody else's in that we designed on a completely different spot. The competition specified a site over here, and we designed the building on a site over here. That was that's usually the death knell for an architect in a competition, but luckily our design was selected, and it was selected on the basis that this site enabled the building to run along the axis of Old Cunningham House and relate the new to the old, and also to provide a layering of functions from the working area of the garden at the back to the public area here with transparency in between. And I think this is a very innovative thing even worldwide. It opens up the propagation and the seedlings and all of the functions that usually happen behind the scenes to the gardens and to public view, so you can all enjoy the whole experience of the plants. And that's what the building is about, connecting plants and people. I'd like to thank our project team. I'll just go through them quickly, and like Her Worship the Mayor, I hope I don't forget anybody. Our quantity surveyor, Stuart Harris, our fire engineer, Christine Duncan, our engineers, Zoran Rakovic, our environmental consultants, David Fulbrook and Martin Kesner, our landscape architect, Jennifer Gray, and these guys have all done a sterling job, as have the council staff. They've been really great to work with, especially the garden staff, Jeremy Hawker, who's been at the project right from the very conception, John Clements and Linda Burns, and Ian Davidson, the project manager. Lastly, I'd like to thank the project architect, Andrew Mitchell, who is a director in our company. Without him working day to day on this project, it wouldn't have happened. So, in a city that's botanical environment was really the only thing untouched or unscathed by the earthquakes, this building completes this people and plants relationship that Christchurch have, and on behalf of the consultant team, we hope this brings you joy and a place and a sense of Christchurch for years and years to come. Thank you very much. I'd like to lastly thank Anthony Lees Construction, have been exemplary on this project, and invite him to say a few words.
Lianne Dalziel, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'd just like to say a couple of comments. The first is an enormous thank you to the City Council. City Council for putting their faith in us to deliver what is, I believe, an absolutely wonderful facility. So thank you very much. I'd like to pay an enormous round of applause to our team. I'm incredibly privileged and lucky to lead a very special group of people that make up Lees Construction, and this project is an excellent example of the superb and important work that they're doing in our city at the moment. And as I said, I'm incredibly proud, and I hope our team, or I know our team, are also incredibly proud to have been involved in this very special facility. The consultant team and the council team have been wonderful to work with on this project. We go to great lengths in our business to work and create an environment in which we can deliver demanding and challenging projects like this in a happy and an enjoyable way. And we've certainly enjoyed the project, and we certainly hope the consultant team and the council team have enjoyed working with us and lived up to our expectations. And finally, I'd really like to applaud the council. Christchurch is at a very interesting time in its history. We've got a fabulous opportunity to do something quite incredible ahead of us. We've also got the opportunity to get it a little bit wrong, and I certainly hope that doesn't happen. But this project, I believe, is really special. You know, it's in the heart of the city, in the Botanic Gardens. It's an iconic building. It's a sensational design, and for me, it's a real hint of what Christchurch can do going forward. We can create something incredibly special in this city, and I sincerely hope we do. And as I said, I applaud the council for the first public building to be opened post the earthquakes, to be such a special one. I know it was commissioned before the earthquakes, but it really is splendid. So incredibly well done to all involved. Thank you.